preserve than normally we go to on Wednesdays. They were doing some construction, so I thought I'd bring you here, and there's actually typically a lot of alligators here, so I was gonna see what we could find. I don't immediately see any here, but we'll walk around and explore and see what we find. Sorry, just adjusting the, there we go. Look at how green and lush it is this morning. It rained a lot the last couple days, so I feel like whenever it rains, it's like extra vibrant. Not sure what kind of tree this is, but this looks like there's a bunch of sap here on the branches. Ooh, look at this. Cute. Welcome, thanks for joining. So I was just in Colorado for I think 5 days visiting some family, and I just got back yesterday and it is so hot here. So hot. How's everybody doing today? I think we're gonna find some alligators together today. Hi, if this is your first time here, welcome. Grateful to have you here. I do a live every single Wednesday morning, and then typically on, wow, look at this lichen on this tree. You see that? And then typically on a weekend day as well. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. I love your support. Appreciate you being here. So we are getting into rainy season here. in Florida, and it also gets a lot hotter in the summer, a lot more humid. It does typically rain in the afternoons, which I really love that. But in the mornings, it's really hot. Look at this color green. It's so vibrant. Wow. Again with this tree, I don't know what tree species this is, but it is really beautiful. How's everybody's week so far? I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Look at this. So like I mentioned earlier, normally on Wednesdays I go to a different nature preserve, but they're doing construction today, so I had to come here, which is also kind of fun because we get to do something different. And once we get to the waterway up here, it's just a little bit further, and we'll see if we can spot any gators. I thought I saw one when I first got here, but wow, look at this tree root. Look at how big that is. It's insane. There's a lot of butterflies out today. I don't know if you've seen this live that I did, but I think about a month or two ago I did a live where I took you to one of the freshwater springs. And anyways, I'm trying to do that again soon. So pretty. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and you can follow along and hopefully join me when I go to the freshwater springs. It's like I keep saying, it's so hot here, so it's really great that there's the freshwater springs because the water essentially comes straight up from the aquifer underground, and it's really, really cold and it's like bright blue. Hoping that the traffic isn't too loud. Let's see what time it is here. Right. Okay, I'm gonna go to the end of here and then we'll have to turn around. Look at this view though, it's so pretty. It's another tree root, uprooted tree. Look at how big that is. I hope the traffic isn't too loud because it is loud on my end. Right, we're gonna have to turn around. One thing I like to do is I like to know where everybody's from. So if you could tell me in the comments what part of the world you're in. Love to hear from you. Look at this. Oh, there's a big butterfly. I don't know if you can see it. There it is. There's a lot. So even though it's like hot here year round, there's a lot of things blooming right now because it's spring, just like anywhere else in the spring, which is really fun. I think this is a big thistle plant up here. Look at how tall that is. There's this bug species right now that's everywhere. It's called a mayfly. So if you see these black little bugs, see if I can get it focused. That's a mayfly. Back into the shade. You know when you travel and it takes you a little while to adapt to where you are? It's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Like it's gonna take me a few days to get grounded again here. That color green. It's a big butterfly. It's funny, whenever I say there's a butterfly, I feel like they fly away, like maybe they don't want to be filmed. So it's really common here to have these pathways because essentially it's all a swamp. So the water levels fluctuate. So they have to have these sort of platform walking paths because otherwise we wouldn't be able to walk without boots. Get all these ferns. Hi, Ella. Hi, Ella. How are you doing today? Spanish moss, per usual, is my favorite. I feel like in the summer here, it's more common for more people to be out in the morning because it gets so hot in the afternoon. It usually rains also. The rainy season starts like June-ish. If anyone recognizes this tree species, I can't look it up right now, but I would love to know what this is. So pretty. It looks like some sort of pine, maybe. I still hope we can find some alligators. I think we should be able to. Normally when I've come to this park, I usually see quite a few, so I would imagine that we can still find some. I don't know if you saw, but I was really grateful to be able to go to Puerto Rico about 3 weeks ago, almost a month ago, and so I'm still editing some of the content from there, and I'm excited to be able to post more for you so you can see. Okay, so here we are already back at the front. Let me check the time here and see how much more time we've got left. Okay, I'm gonna do like 5 more minutes this way. When I was there, I saw so many waterfalls. Beaches were incredible. Had a lot of like very profound internal moments, I guess I would say. It was very transformative for me. Okay, so this side, I think we might already be getting to one of the waterways. Fingers crossed we can find an alligator. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. See a lot of lily pads, but I don't necessarily see any alligators. Still pretty though. There's a little dragonfly. Cute. Alright, well, we tried to find alligators today, and sometimes they're just not out. We never know. Anyways, I'm really grateful that you've been here with me. Still had a really nice walk with you, and if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'd love for you to join more adventures that I have. Whenever more people come to these lives, it always like encourages me to do more. So I'm grateful for you being here. Like when I was in Puerto Rico on the beach, or when I was in the freshwater springs, or when I was in Colorado, like all these different places. I love it when you join me because it encourages me to keep doing it. So, thanks for being here.
Can you guys just go on a cruise? That's what I thought. Okay.
There's a little bit more people on this route for sure. But actually, I feel like it was fun checking out something different than we normally would do on a Wednesday. I think that's a good perspective to have in life, is it's like, what can we do to get out of our comfort zone? I think, a lot of routines can be really helpful for us to like staying focused and staying on track with our goals, but I think we need new experiences. We need to experience new places, people, things, activities, so that we can broaden our perception of the way that we see the world. I think it's really important. So even though it wasn't a very big change today, coming to a different park is a tiny little change that we could do to help change our perspective. Okay, last chance to see if we can see any alligators. Please be an alligator. Even a baby one would be fun. And it's funny because every time I've come here before, I've seen at least 5. I see a little fish. I think you'll be able to see it though because it's underwater. And now today I haven't seen any. So I guess life's like that sometimes, isn't it? We don't ever know what to expect. And when we have expectations, it's usually different than what we think it's going to be. So, all right. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you so much. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.